Alright, here we go. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Lpcruz212, and I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving last week, and I hope everybody stuffed their faces with turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, rice, and everything else that you guys had on your table. And if you guys really enjoyed your Thanksgiving, I'm glad you did. And if you kinda did not enjoy your Thanksgiving because the Giants got robbed by the referees against the Dallas Cowboys, then I feel your pain because this is the day that I might go all out tonight when we start talking about that game where I'm going to have a bone to pick with these referees because these guys deserve to be called out. Keep in mind that we are doing a Madden stream tonight, guys. So just want to give you guys a heads up. So just so you guys are aware that I am changing it up once again. Instead of playing Genshin Impact, I am playing Madden NFL 22. But however, the music is turned off to avoid copyright. Okay, so any songs that you hear in the game is turned off to avoid any copyright at all costs necessary for my YouTube channel. Even though I do AMVs, but still. Anyway, anyhow, so I will be picking the teams that I'm gonna be picking. And how about, okay, so I am going to be putting up the New York Giants facing off the Washington Commanders. There it is. And it's just going to be on computer mode. It's going to be in computer only because we're going to be talking, and most of the time, every time I play, I always freaking screw up every time I talk. So I will be spectating the game while me and Hjoshi talk. Hjoshi will be coming in 2 minutes, guys. So just so you guys are aware. And this time, I have my laptop with me, so that way when we do our picks, I can move the laptop. I can be able to move the cursor down, and then I'll be talking about the games. We are going to go over the games. There were some pretty good ones. There were some upsets, and there was one that actually did shock me. And obviously, we're going to be talking about that later on because I don't know how you let this team sneak up on your asses if you were up by what? 5 points or 4 points? Like, what the hell? And you lose by 1. Like, I don't know how that shit happens, but that has got to be fucking pathetic. I'll tell you that for sure. So, I'm about to get this game started while Hjoshi will be coming on pretty soon. Yes. Alrighty, so competitive, 6 minutes. Turned off. We'll keep it at 25 seconds. We'll put it. Let's put it in the ring. Actually, no, because December's around the corner, so might as well put this as a 4 o'clock game. Let's know, 6 minutes. Yeah, I think 6 minutes will do, or maybe like 7 minutes. Yeah, we'll do that. Alrighty then, so if you guys haven't noticed, I did post a brand new AMV last week of The Greatest Fear. If you guys haven't gone to check that out yet, be sure to go and do that. I've worked so hard on that video. It's the one AMV that I lost a month ago to a hard drive failure, and that set me back to square one. And I had to do it again, and thus it did it did give me a good fair share of new content that I've actually had the opportunity to use actually, because Chainsaw Man was not something I was expecting to use in the Parkway Drive AMV. But however, if you love Chainsaw Man, it's in there. I mean, and yes, I did use some scenes from the Genshin Impact Tibet from the Tibet chapters interlude. So if you guys love the Fatui Harbingers and stuff like that, yes, that's in there too. There are some scenes in there, like especially like in the beginning, and then the build up part, or sort of say. But I have to say though that before this game starts, I'm like really happy how that AMV came out though, because like after I finally finished the video, I was so excited that I was able to get it finished. And you don't even know how tough making that video was. And may I remind you that AMV was like, the song itself is 5 minutes long, like 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So you have to understand that making songs like that are like over 5 minutes takes time, and I wanted to put some effort into the video. I mean, yes, I know the last video I did, which was Waiting on the Sky to Change. Yeah, that AMV is on the verge of 1,000, so let's get that up there. I mean, even though it's not one of my best videos, I mean, a lot of viewers tend to really like it, and that's okay. I mean, a lot of viewers like it, but in my opinion, it's not one of my favorite AMVs that I've worked on, because even though it's with My Hero Academia, but I'm not a big fan of Starset. Starset's not one of the bands I listen to. I'm not familiar with their stuff. I mean, some of their stuff is alright, but I did the AMV because Breaking Benjamin was on it, and I forced myself to make the video instead of not like doing it like from the heart like that I normally do. But the Greatest Fear AMV that I did, that came from the passion of making AMVs. Some of you guys have to understand that I've been doing this since 2008. Like before when YouTube was just like starting out and stuff like that. And not only that, making this video, making AMVs for over a decade and stuff like that, I started to learn how to adapt and evolve. Oh, anyway, you guys heard the ding, so ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the man of the hour right now, Mr. Hjoshi himself. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's good?
Not much, you know. He's just like, you know, I just hate this weather, man. This weather sucks.
Yeah, no, it's really bad today. Rain and cold, it's not a good mixture.
Oh, hell no, man. Dude, like, have you felt the wind today, man? It felt like
Yep, I was on campus and it was really cold today.
Bro, it felt like a wind that was punching me in the fucking face, man. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, it's bad. It was really bad.
Alright. Oh, man, so, now we're about to get ready to talk some football. Just to give you guys the heads up, there's a disclaimer down below. And I will say it myself. We are not, I repeat, we are not professional sports analysts when talking about football. When we talk about football, we do it for the love of the sport and the love of football. Okay? So we're gonna get that cleared up.
Today,
nothing more.
From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey.
So I'm about to like pull up last week's schedule because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. And just so you guys were aware, there was no streams last week since it was Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving was the year that we had to is that time of year where we get to spend time with our family, you know, and people start to like take little breaks from that. So please respect my decision of why I chose not to stream last week. So sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, plus I was out of town too, so.
Everybody to the Garden State EA Sports Sports coverage of
Alrighty
the
then,
NFL
so
finds us at MetLife Stadium in East
all I can
Rutherford,
say
New
is
Jersey.
this though.
This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up.
Okay, there we go.
Washington football
I didn't have it in order for some reason, but I got it. Okay, so we had some interesting games though. So we're still gonna start off with the Thanksgiving games that we're gonna go over. We're gonna go one by one. The Bills and the Lions. My
That was actually a really good game.
My reaction was, holy shit. Okay? The Lions legitimately, like, actually played on their level. I mean, I gotta tell you the truth though, like, I think the Lions are really coming together as a team. I think they're filling in the gaps, like, this season, despite that loss. But you gotta give the Lions credit. You gotta give credit where credit is due. And
yeah, they've been rebuilding, and it's really been paying off for them.
yeah, and I mean, like, they've been getting some good wins here and there, though. Like, I think 5 wins just shows that the Lions are putting in the effort, and they're going forward finally.
Yeah.
Oftentimes that works out. Sometimes it costs his team,
Now,
but never a dull moment when he's on the field.
be honest with me when I ask this question. Did you think the Lions were about to win that game after they tied them? Yes or no?
Yes, absolutely. There was a small percent of me that actually thought the Lions will win this game because I don't know, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, I was like, oh my god, there's no way they're tied with the Bills. There's no way the Bills are playing like this. I really thought that the Lions could have won that, but you know, Bills came back around and won.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And my perspective of seeing when the Lions scored that touchdown, I'm just like, are they really gonna beat the Bills? Are they legit gonna go for the biggest upset in NFL history?
If the Bills would have lost that game, then the Bills fans and the Bills organization would not hear the end of it.
Yeah, they would have been a laughing stock for a week if they were to lose.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, I did not think that was gonna happen, but the Bills decided to just, like, you know what, we're gonna go for a field goal, we're gonna end it here, and that's what they did on the safe side. So the truth is, the Bills made that smart move to end that game from there, and that was good. It was a great game by the Bills, great game by the Lions. That is the, I think that will be the best highlight for the rest of week 12. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
The Bills winning this one 28-25. And the Lions deserve a lot of credit for hanging in there and playing on their level. They got a long way to go. They still got a long way to go, but surprisingly, if they somehow manage to, like, get up to number 2 seed and get to above 500, they might barely make the playoffs. Barely.
Probably, for sure. Because I had the Lions being second in the division, not gonna lie to you.
Alright, next game up.
On for the extra point.
Oh my fucking god. This is the one game that pisses me off. I mean, this is the one game that I want to rip the rest to shreds. After that ineligible man downfield.
Yeah. We were robbed from that one.
Yeah. First and foremost, okay, this is the one thing. Like, I apologize if you guys hear me go on a fucking rampage right now, but here's the thing with my problem with these fucking referees, okay? They're always there to fucking make these bad calls just to make the Cowboys look good. The only reason why the Cowboys got this fucking win is because of them. And that call in the first half. Okay? Because first and foremost, like, where's the man downfield? Okay? If he's 2 yards, that's not downfield. An eligible man downfield would be 10 to 15 yards down the fucking field. You have to understand. You gotta understand that would be the penalty view was 15 yards downfield. Okay? That call was fucking bullshit. Okay? And let's not. Alright? That's not the only reason why these Cowboys fans are fucking bragging because they won against us. They only won because of the referees and Jerry Jones' freaking insurance policy. Okay? Alright? Because you referees screwed up on that call, and you guys should be ashamed. Alright? That is not the way how that game should have gone. If that call was not made, the Giants would have possibly won that game. No. Jerry Jones had other plans. That motherfucker had one fucking plan, and it worked. It worked to perfection by screwing us in the first half. And remind you that freaking one defensive holding call that should have not been called in the first place. That call. But however, okay. There's the one thing I'm not going to go off on is that I was okay with that bad call because there was a rough in the passer call that the Giants got away with. They got away with that call, but I'll take that defensive holding rather than the rough in the passer, because rough in the passer is like legit 15 yards right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, my problem is that yeah, the Giants got a lot of injured players. The Giants are freaking, they got a lot of injured players, offense and defense. But right now we're getting like 4 players back this week, I think.
Possibly a lot more. Yeah, there's a lot of players that are supposed to be coming back from IR, but and that's huge for us. That's actually really good news for the Giants.
Offense or defense?
Both. Everything. A lot of positions.
Well, that's going to be good. That's going to be good because that would definitely help us against the Commanders this week coming up.
Yeah, this is a must-win game for the Giants. Must win.
It is, because we got screwed on those terrible calls.
Yeah, for sure.
And have you seen how Brian Dable's face when they made that call? Yo, he was mad.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, he wanted to do a lot more than he yelled. That was good.
I would have shouted at the ref. I would have shouted at the ref's ear, in his ear. I would have yelled in his ear and tell him how terrible that call was. Because this is my problem with the referees. Okay, they're not being held accountable for these bad calls. Only us that want these refs being held accountable. It's not just us Giant fans, it's all other fans of different teams that want them held accountable. Remember, the rough in the passer call and a sack on Brady. On Jerome Boger. Remember that one? Oh, everybody wanted his job. Everybody wanted him fired. And no. This chump is still reffing. He's still reffing. Wherever he goes. But I still have issues with Richie James. I don't trust him one bit. He's cost.
Unfortunately, I don't like him either, but we need nowhere receivers.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now.
Yeah.
Second and short.
Okay.
What do you think, early shot?
My problem with Richie James is that he cost us the drive. Okay. And then Saquon Barkley did admit that he should have caught the ball when he was wide open. I mean, I agree.
That Cowboys game, Saquon wasn't him. He wasn't playing like Saquon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely true.
I don't know if he was hurt, he was tired, or what, but he was not playing like the Saquon we know.
I think he's in a slump. I think every running back's got a slump. They have like a slump week, like they're not themselves. And boy, he probably had a cold or something. You never know.
Yeah, we don't know really, but at the same time, he's not the Saquon that we know.
We'll see where that goes from there. But Richie James had a touchdown, and I'm just like, yo, too late to redeem yourself, man. I mean, yeah, you got yourself a touchdown, but the game would have been much closer if we still would have had that touchdown. But we got robbed of that game, and that was not what I was expecting. Next game.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a tough game to lose. We had a good chance of winning, but
yeah.
You know.
Next game up. This one was a back and forth, great game. It was back and forth, trading leads. And I have to say, this one was an interesting game. The Patriots and the Vikings.
Yeah, I already knew the Vikings were gonna win that one. Like, yeah, they lost to the Cowboys, but they just had to shake off that loss and keep doing what they're doing, you know.
Yeah. They won 33 to 26, I believe. And
yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, it was a great game though. I mean, the young quarterback actually played up to his level. I mean, that was good. You gotta give the credit for it though, because Patriots played very well. It was very close.
And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well.
It's not that bad though, but you know, hey, I can understand what the frustration's coming from, but you know, it happens, man.
Now the try here.
Man, you lose in a close game, but it happens. It is what it is. But that's all right.
Yeah,
that's happened.
Sure.
It's up and
okay, next game up. Ooh, this one was a blowout. The Dolphins rocking the Texans.
Yeah, obviously I knew that Dolphins would beat them. Texans are terrible, so.
Oh man, you're like the Texans are so bad. Oh man.
You know, it's funny because I thought the Seahawks will be the worst team in the league, but no, the Texans are the worst team in the league.
Yup. And then for years, for the Lions to be the worst team in the league, but it looks like the Lions have gotten out of it this year, and then they look pretty decent. I mean, the way that their record is, it looks slightly better than last year's. I mean, they're finding their rhythm, but the Texans, they got a lot of rebuilding to do.
Yeah, they're terrible. They suck.
But the Dolphins, yo, they freaking rock them. They R-O-C-K-E-D, rock.
I still remember when he was drafted.
Yeah, they're terrible. Worst team in the league.
Yep. Next game up, the Bengals defeated the Titans. This was a division game. So, what are your thoughts on that?
The Bengals are not in the division.
Oh shit. I thought it was a division rival between the two.
No.
Oh man, but now this is pretty interesting because the Bengals have found their rhythm. Do you think they have a chance to get in the playoffs this year?
Honestly, the way that they've been playing, obviously, you know, they had a rough start. They lost a couple of games, but they're playing really good. They can definitely make the playoffs if they keep playing the way they are, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, and the Titans are still in first place, so I think the Titans are okay.
Nah, the Titans, I don't know. I feel like they won't make the playoffs, but they'll be first round exits, honestly.
Okay. What do you think? But we'll see where that goes from there, because if it's an easy team, they might make it to the second round, but they might get knocked out by the Bills.
They'll run for the
Give or take.
I'm saying they're not beating.
Nah, they're not.
In their dreams.
Oh man. Next game up, we got the Panthers and the Broncos. Yo, Panthers freaking put on a freaking clinic on the Broncos.
Yeah, both teams are really terrible too. Like, I actually thought maybe the Broncos would have won, but nope.
Nah, I mean, I'm gonna be fair though, because the Broncos are very bad. I mean, Russell Wilson's just not himself.
Like I actually expected this team to go like 10-7, be like second or third in second in the division, and make playoffs. But nope, it's the opposite. They're the worst team. They're one of the worst teams now.
Yeah, well, they're not bad as the Texans though, because at least they have a few wins here and there.
Yeah, the Titans are the worst team. That's settled. But, you know, the Broncos are one of the biggest disappointments in this league.
Yeah, but the Panthers really put a hurting on the Broncos. I'll tell you that for sure. That was bad.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Next game up, we have another blowout.
Now we get another look
The
at
Jets
Washington
defeating
on offense.
the Bears with a different quarterback.
I already knew the Jets were going to beat the Bears. Bears are another bad team, so.
These days,
Yeah, and the Jets did not play Zach Wilson. Now, let me tell you something about Zach Wilson, okay? Now, he deserved to get benched because he would not take accountability after losing to the Patriots in a low scoring game.
That's complete to his receiver,
Because I have to be fair, one thing for sure is that what a quarterback has to do at all times is take accountability for their mistakes and their actions, especially on bad games, like that one. And Zach Wilson is very overconfident and very arrogant. I mean, I don't know if arrogant is the right word to say, but one thing's for sure is that, like, Zach Wilson's like, if you're a really good quarterback, right, you've got to learn how to take accountability. You've got to have integrity. You've got to be beyond approach. And not only that, you've got to know discipline and accept accountability. Because if you don't have none of that, your ass is benched. And where you're going to end up is in the free agency, never to be picked by a team again.
Yeah, for sure.
Because my problem with him is that, like, yeah, you are a good quarterback, right? You gave the Jets those wins, right?
Yeah.
But as a quarterback, there comes responsibilities as a quarterback. All right. If you mess up on the field, like if you throw like 2 or 3 interceptions, right, and your team gets blown out, right, you gotta take accountability for that. You have to take responsibility. Like Lamar Jackson takes responsibility. Josh Allen takes responsibility. Let's see, Patrick Mahomes, even Tom Brady takes responsibility for his own actions. For doing something wrong or throwing interceptions or having a bad game. I mean, being a quarterback, as a role as a quarterback, you're like a leader of that team.
Yeah, 100%.
When you become a leader, you have to become a better role model to your team and to those fans as well, especially for the kids as well. If you ever want to be a franchise quarterback, I mean, yeah. I mean, some players want to be a franchise quarterback for a team, but you gotta learn how to take responsibility. Like, own up to your mistakes.
Yeah, and there's also rumors too that Zach Wilson has lost people in the locker room. So, and there's also a rumor that came out this morning on Twitter that said that Zach Wilson may be done as a Jet, but that's just a rumor. So,
well, rumors are not confirmed unless it's actually confirmed by the team themselves.
Yeah.
But however, the thing with the Jets is that they've always find ways to mess up. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, okay, they found their ways to actually work on their offensive line and their defense. Okay? It's been years since they fixed that.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah.
And the way that they've been playing, it's been very good. I mean, hell, they freaking upset the Bills. They beat the Dolphins. Well, obviously they beat them because Tua wasn't even the quarterback at the time, so yeah. But come facing the Dolphins, right? Tua is healthy now. And once the Jets face a healthy Tua, they're done.
Yeah,
like, they're not winning.
Technically, the Dolphins are 5-0 with Tua. You know, of course they lost because he wasn't playing. But if he was, they might have been undefeated. That's just a theory. But, you know, that's crazy to think about.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, like, they could have been undefeated. They could have had an undefeated season.
Sure.
It's possible. I mean, it could happen again. I mean, we witnessed an undefeated season by the Patriots, but you know where that went?
Two teams all tied after one.
It went. They fell victim to the Giants.
Exactly. They lost to us in the Super Bowl.
Yep. But if the Jets lose to the Dolphins, then that's nothing new there. No bragging rights. But
yeah.
I'm more concerned on how the Jets are gonna face the Bills again. That's my concern. Like, are they gonna pull off another upset again, or are the Bills gonna redeem themselves?
First down throw for Fitzpatrick.
Because there is a chance that the Jets can get into the playoffs. They can get in. They got a couple wins in the division. But if they get into the wild card, they might make it to like at least the division, and they probably could lose to one of the tougher teams.
Yep.
But with the new quarterback in tow right now, I think they're looking very good right now. As crazy as it sounds, they're one of the teams that's putting the AFC on notice. Not the East, but they're putting the AFC on notice.
Yeah,
they are. But I see the Jets being number 3 and making it to the playoffs.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But with a good record. With a good record. It's gonna be a good one. Alrighty then. Next one. This one was a close one, but Falcons choked again. They choked to the Commanders.
Yeah, they have one job was to beat the Commanders. They have one job, and of course the Falcons are the Falcons. So.
Buddy, like Falcons, you have one job, guys. One job, and you fail.
Typical Falcons.
Typical Falcons, man. Oh my God, like this. It just makes me want to go falcon hunting and just like, actually no, go on and talk to Elmer Fudd and like go duck hunting with them. And freaking shoot down some ducks or falcons.
Yeah, but not because of that. We have to win. We have to win on Sunday.
Yup, we have to. That's a freaking big problem right there. Very big problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Next game up. They lose to the Browns. The Buccaneers lose to the Browns. How do you lose to the Browns?
Yeah.
Like,
I was shocked to find that out. I was like, what? There's no way they lost, but nope, they did.
I was in disbelief. Like, I don't know what the heck happened there. Did the Browns freaking just like get their number for some reason, or what? Because the Browns suck. How do you lose to the Browns? That's the question.
Yeah,
man. Like, dude.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
Oh man, 23-17. Like,
yeah.
Come on, man. Like, the Bucks
Browns are literally one of the
together, man.
Worst team in the league. They're one of the worst teams in the league, and you lose to them. Like, really?
I just went right past it.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Come on, yeah.
Like, shoot, you're the Buccaneers, man. Y'all should like show your prove yourselves that you guys are one of the best teams in the league right now. Like, shoot. All right. Anyway, moving on. This one was a shocker, and I don't know how the heck did the Ravens let them slide with this like 1-point win. Ravens losing to the fucking Jaguars. 28 to 27. Holy shit.
Yeah.
How can this get hot?
I don't know what is going on with this team, but they need to get it together. Like, that's crazy how they're losing. They lost to that team. Like, come on.
Shoot. I mean, could be some careless like plays on offense. Maybe that could be that, but man, the Jaguars got hot at the freaking final minutes of the quarter, man. They went for 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the play, but I saw the highlight. The Jaguars went for 2, and they couldn't even cover nobody on the freaking goal line. Like, dude, you're the freaking Baltimore Ravens. You guys have the best defense out there. The least you idiots can do is try to put a stop to it and win the freaking game. Damn it! Y'all failed.
Nice completion there.
Oh man, dude, like that was one of the. I'm telling you, man, like if you're one of the teams that want to get into the playoffs, you cannot be losing to a team like the Jaguars. Or the Browns. Can't say the Lions because, you know, Lions are a different team. But you can't be losing to the Jaguars. You can't be losing to the Browns. Let alone you can't lose to the freaking Texans. I'll tell you that for sure. You can't lose to that team either. But man, shoot, like I can't believe they let them gang up on them, man. Like and just get a 2-point conversion. Like that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know what defense they were on in the 2-point conversion, but
still a couple yards
that didn't work in their favor. Next game up. Next game up. It was a final overtime. Raiders and the Seahawks.
Yeah, that was a
secondary for Washington on third down.
But Josh Jacobs, man, wow, he had a good game.
They'll try to run for it.
Oh man.
And he will have the first down as he's
I have to say though, I mean,
near midfield.
it's any given Sunday, but I think the Raiders found a way to actually beat the Seahawks. But let alone like having a good game in overtime. But come on, it doesn't get any better than that, man. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's so amazing that like when certain teams like the Raiders and the Lions, right? I mean Raiders don't have a good record, but you know, every time Raiders can like match up to their level, like in case if like that one other team is struggling and stuff like that, and they have a different way to win. But Raiders actually did show up this time and stepped up. 40-34. That is probably one of the best games on Sunday for 4 o'clock game. Alright, next one up. Ooh, this one was a close one. Chargers and the Cardinals. Chargers beat them by 1. 25-24.
Yeah, I had the feeling Chargers were going to win that one, so.
And then this was a shutout, the next one. 13-0, 49ers.
Barkley hit in the ball, pops free.
Yep.
Like,
It's
Washington
Washington
like I said, I love their defense.
Set up shot at their own 46-yard line.
and then
Playing in snow brings so many other
the
factors
Chiefs
into the
just
game.
blew
It's
the
not just
Rams
trying
out.
to take care of the ball. And we
They
just
blew
saw
them out,
there that that's
26-10.
difficult to do. But just trying to keep
Yep,
your
Rams
feet
are
and
officially
carry
the
out
worst
your
or bad
assignments
team now. I don't know
and make
what's
sure
going on
you're
with them.
comfortable while
Yeah,
you're out
they
there
may be a
playing.
bad
You're warming
team,
up in your clothing.
but not the worst
Million
team.
things going on, but the biggest
No, not
thing-
the worst team, but like, it's just hard to imagine Super Bowl champions are playing like this.
Well, here's the thing that I mean, I think this is what happens when their best players retire, right? So you have to understand that like there's some players out there that were on that team last year.
This next drive, the Washington
They
offense.
possibly
What do you think? You get the
retired.
ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play.
And chose to stay that way.
I love when I have great field
It chose to
position
decide to
after
retire as a
turnover.
champion,
Like,
which
might have a little bit
I
of
can totally
balance.
understand, because like if
I prefer to
you've
take
been
a
playing in the
shot.
league
A lot
for
of
so
coaches will
long,
tell you,
and then once you
only
get a
do it if
Super
you
Bowl
trust the guy
finally,
who's got the football in his hands.
Yeah.
like you
If
just
it's
like
not
said
there,
you
he
had
won't
enough,
force it
and then you just want to
downfield and
retire.
maybe turn into an interception. He'll go do a check
Yeah.
down, go to a second option,
I mean,
and go ahead and take
when
the
you
play
lose
that's in front of him.
those
8
ace
yards the
players,
gain on that last
it
run.
doesn't.
Here's second and a couple.
It changes the whole the whole aspect of a team that's won the championship. And this has happened to all of them. I mean, this has happened to the Giants after they won Super Bowl 46 against the Patriots the second time. I think it's happened to other teams too. And it also happened to, and I think it's also happened to the Eagles as well after they won their first title. After their starter came back. But once that aspect changes, it's not the same. It becomes, it reality just bites right back at them in the ass. That they had to understand that, like, that they had to understand that like, yes, you won the championship, but well, once you lose those players that chose to retire, it's gonna be tough to be a defending champ, because you're considered a defending champion when you go back on that field in the next season, because you got a target on your back.
Now Jones.
Oh yeah, 100%, yeah.
Finds his
And
ending.
the Patriots
3 yards the gain there,
have been known
down.
for that for years when they had their dynasty. When they had their dynasty, like 2 different dynasties.
Yeah,
To be fair, because they won their first 3. And then when they got back to win their 4th in Super Bowl 42, the Giants put a stop on them. The Giants stopped them in Super Bowl 42 when the Patriots when the Patriots were going undefeated, they already had a target on their back. They had a target on their back. Tom Brady had a target on his back, like carrying that team back in 07 and 08.
So from inside the 20,
And-
first and 10 at the 18.
And once you are labeled as a threat in the entire NFL, they're gonna do what it takes to give you that loss. And yet the Giants fell short in the regular season once, but when they met again in the Super Bowl, the Giants did it. They did what others couldn't do, but they did it in the grand stage in the Super Bowl, giving them 18-1 instead of 19-0, which will go down in Super Bowl history as like one of the biggest upsets in the Super Bowl. I mean, they can say that Super Bowl 3 that the Jets upset the Baltimore Colts back then in Super Bowl 3, but Super Bowl 42 is the one that takes the cake because of the Patriots' undefeated season, because they were almost perfect.
Excellent coverage there on 3rd down. As that was
All right,
not an easy one to hold
now
on to.
enough with that talk. Now the next one, this one was a close one. I thought the Eagles were gonna blow the Packers out, but Aaron Rodgers played a close game with the Eagles, but fell short to the Eagles 40-33.
Off the play fake, Jones.
Yeah, I was hoping they will win, but you know, eventually at the end of the game, Rodgers got hurt. Now he has a fractured rib, and I think a wrist issue too.
I didn't know he had a fractured rib. How long is he out for?
Well, not a fractured rib, it's like a rib injury, and he's out. I think he's gonna be out for a while for sure.
Oh. I don't like to say this to you guys. I don't like to say this to the Packer fans on the stream right now. I do apologize about this, but the Packers season is done. Their season's done, guys. I'm sorry to say this, but
it's been done. Even if Rodgers didn't get hurt, their season has been gone since like week 5, I think. So they're done.
yeah, they're done. I mean, with Rodgers out, he's done. He's done for the season. No, I'm not saying he's done for the season, but the Packers season is over. They're not going to the playoffs. They're not. Now we got the Monday night game. The Steelers and the Colts. I mean...
both terrible teams, for sure.
Yeah, both terrible, but... it was pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't. There wasn't nothing to be fought for, but I don't think none of those teams aren't going to the playoffs.
No way, 100%. No way.
And a good return as he'll be
Because
stopped
let's put it this way:
the 30-yard line.
The Colts, yes, they have a couple more wins than the Steelers, but may I remind you that the Colts still has that one tie that they had in Week 1. And with all the situations that's been happening with them, and then hiring an interim head coach who doesn't even know anything about football or coaching in some form. Okay, I mean, I don't know what the owners of the Indianapolis Colts were thinking on hiring Jeff Saturday.
If they hurry, we'll see.
I don't think he's got any experience. Like, I don't know how many games he's coached so far, but I think he's coached 2. But
2nd and 8 coming up.
My problem is that the Indianapolis Colts should have hired someone within their roster of qualified interim head coaches. As an interim head coach, instead of going to an outside force. Or, I mean, not force, outside source. That hasn't even coached a single game.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field
I mean, it could have been worse, though. They could have hired Ben McAdoo, for all you know.
And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously
Joe Judge.
No good. So that would have been something for that distance, but to no avail.
But,
Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission.
But all I'm saying is that, like, the Colts could have done something better.
Halftime report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports
the Colts were so good in the
okay,
past
Brandon,
several
thanks very
years.
much, and welcome in, everyone,
And
to
then,
an abbreviated version of the EA Sports
they had
Halftime
some bad
Report.
seasons
The
here and
snow
there.
certainly
But
making
during the
conditions
Peyton Manning
difficult,
era
and it's not
of
likely
the
to
Colts,
get better anytime soon. As we turn it right back over
like,
to
they were
Brandon
doing
and
so
Charles.
good. Like, yeah, they've made playoffs, and they've gone to the Super Bowl twice.
Coach, adjustments
I mean,
likely
they
going
fell
to play a
victim to
big
the
role
Saints.
in this third quarter in what's
They
been
fell
a
victim to the
tight
Saints in the Super
contest
Bowl,
so far.
but yet they won their Super Bowl against the Chicago Bears in Super Bowl 41, which was like 2006, 2007. So like whatever they're trying to get up to, like for whatever they're trying to do, it's not working. Like, you got to get a better head coach, and you got to rebuild that defensive line. You got to rebuild that offensive line. You got to get some real good players, because like if you don't get any good players for those lines, you're gonna have like back-to-back like bad seasons, and that's not gonna go well. Look what happened to the Browns when they went 0-16. Like the Lions also that went 0-16 as well, like years ago, because they were so bad for those years that they went 0-16. And then, if the Colts don't get it together, right, and don't find the right players, they're going to be like the next team to go 0-16. We don't know when that's going to happen, but the Colts have to avoid that if they want to get the win and start being a good team again.
Connection on a nice in route.
I mean, no team doesn't want to be 0-16.
Any hesitation as a
Nobody.
quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger
that's like
and
the
lead to
worst
an
thing that can
interception?
happen.
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender
That
gets a
is like
hand in the
so
way that
freaking
pops in
true
the
right
air,
there.
and sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it.
So that
and
kind
he
of wraps
pops
up
it up in the air for
the
the
Week
defenders
12
to grab as
recaps.
well.
But a moot point there as they were able to
Alright,
connect.
so we all know our Giants injury updates that we have like at least 4 to 6 players returning from injury reserve. That's going to help us beat the Commanders. It's a must.
Hopefully we win. So.
Yeah, I hope so too. So.
Because the game against the loss against the Cowboys still hurts. You know, we should have won that game.
We should have won. We should have won. Like.
Yep.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
I'm tired of games being decided by officials. Okay? I'm tired of it already. I just want to see games being decided by the teams themselves. I don't want a dirty loss. If I want to see a loss, I want to see a clean loss. Like when the Eagles lost to the Commanders, that was
very, very slim.
Like, I know you were happy about it, but that was not the way I wanted to see the Eagles lose. Like, if I wanted to see him lose, I wanted to see him lose cleanly.
Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes
but the officiating was so bad. Very bad. And then, surprisingly, the officiating in the Giants and Cowboys game was actually pretty bad too, because to be fair, the Cowboys did have their fair share of calls as well.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now Charles
I can't say that
get in gear.
I think, partner, you can
that the Giants were one-sided with bad calls. I mean, even though there were some that screwed us, you're the one that screwed us, but the Cowboys did have their fair share of calls that actually did screw up their own drives as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
But like, this has got to stop at one point. I mean, I'm telling you, like, the refs are going to end up getting beaten senseless by the fans. I do want to point out, I don't think you don't remember this though. Like, this was like 2001 or 2002, and I don't think you don't know this incident back in like years ago. It was called the Bottlegate incident in the NFL.
Oh yeah, I saw videos of it. Yeah, I saw videos of it. It was crazy.
Oh, so you know about it?
The loss of a yard there.
Yeah, apparently there was a really bad call on the Madden. They threw beer bottles on the refs. They got so crazy, like everyone just left.
Oh yeah, and there was the Chicago. I think it was the Cleveland Browns against the Chicago Bears. But I know the Cleveland Browns was involved. They were involved. I'm gonna look that up right now. I'm gonna look up NFL Bottlegate incident.
Yeah, I forgot what game, what team it was.
Again, zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area.
Now, I'm going to go over this one. Okay, so
just to get to that place.
I found it.
Usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Oh, man. So, this was the Bottlegate incident, and it was Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Cleveland Browns.
On 1st and 10, it's
in Cleveland, Ohio.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd
what
down.
happened was that they wanted to review a previous play that happened 2 plays ago, right? And you know there's a rule for the officials that clearly states that a referee is not allowed to review an old they are not allowed to review a play that was 2 plays ago or 3 plays ago. That's a rule. That's a rule. And the ref.
A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the incident occurred in Week 14 with the Browns sitting at 6-6, needing a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. Down 15-10 with 1 minute and 8 remaining. So they were forced to try to convert on 4th and 2 at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. So he took the snap, passed short to Morgan, and then what happened was that he caught the ball for a 3-yard gain and a 1st down. Now the rule states that he bobbled the ball. He bobbled the football, and they called it a complete pass. A completed pass.
But you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to
48 seconds remaining. So you know, spiking the ball is considered a play. Once that play is dead, you cannot look over the previous play.
Oh, it's a screen pass.
The last play. So the refs broke the rule. So they went to review the play 2 plays earlier, and they reversed that call. And according to the rule, you're not allowed to do that as an official. That just shows, because I think there's a fine behind that, I think. So when they overturned it, the Jaguars got the ball. They ended up getting the ball. So the fans got pissed, and they started throwing like,
to be able to convert, and I guess
every team would say that, Charles, beer bottles.
Opportunity miss there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a
and they started throwing
trash
cans down the field.
Thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And they said they would end 48 seconds earlier, so they called the game over.
And his kick is good.
And this is what happened, right? The league office actually said that they have to go back onto the field and finish the game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
But it was over anyway, so they
any points you see go on the board in your favor,
that was that.
You're happy to take them.
Yeah.
So that was decided by the officials. And Terry McCauley was the referee. And he's not a referee anymore. But he's
after the main field goal, here's Slide to kick this one away.
I can tell.
That's the thing, though, because if they want to avoid stuff like that again, you've got to fix the rules. Like, all right, you've got to like discipline the referees because that is something that the NFL has to look at again. If they want to make sure that the game is played fair, because if it's not played fair, and like God forbid, if another team is playing Brady in the books, and if one of them gets sacked, and gets called for roughing the passer on the sack, and that's gonna rob them an opportunity to win the game, the fans are gonna freaking go there and throw bottles, throw cash, and someone might try to beat up the referee. Yes, that's a big no right there. We don't want that. Because when refs decide games, that's when the other team is in trouble. And that doesn't just happen in football. It also happens in basketball, hockey, and baseball. So that's what, because it can happen in any sport. It's happened.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but
sometimes
this game is about patience.
Now that we got that out of the way, now it's time to get on with the NFL picks of Week 13. Now we got
some. Week 13. It's really crazy, dude. This season will go by really fast.
It is. Oh man. I can't even remember when the last time the season was gone by so slow.
Yeah.
But man. So anyway, so we got a division game, which is tomorrow at 8 o'clock at night. We got the Bills and the Patriots. Who do you think's winning this one?
Oh yeah, the Bills easily winning this.
Sustained runs, taking their time.
I still got my hopes for the Bills. Like, I know they're gonna win.
I got Bills winning this as well, but I'm still keeping an eye on that Patriots quarterback. He's young. He's very young, but I can see him doing some damage next year, like if the Patriots ever get good again. But the Patriots are slowly getting better, but not by much. But they're getting a little bit better. A little better. And I'm like, I'm actually liking it though. But a shot in the playoffs, well, they got to get on a hot streak if they want to make the playoffs. But other than that, if they somehow fall apart in some form, the Jets are going to end up getting the spot.
Yeah.
Then another division rivalry game, we got the Packers and the Bears.
Needing 2 yards on second down.
Yeah, no, like I said, the Packers are their season's done, but like I said, the Bears are the worst team. So I think the Packers will beat the Bears.
Yeah, I think the Packers will beat them again. I mean, I'd be shocked if the Bears get even with them, but I'm taking a shot with the Packers. But we'll see where it goes from here if Aaron Rodgers is not playing.
Third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
And next one we got the Steelers and the
handoff to Barkley
and the Falcons.
Eventually wrangled down before
Honestly,
reaching the 20.
I'm gonna roll my dice with the Steelers. I think the Steelers can actually win this one.
Tally on 1st down. That brings
I'm gonna roll my dice with the Steelers. I don't trust the Falcons one bit. Every time I put my trust in the Falcons on anything, they choke. They always choke. When we need the Falcons to beat Washington, they don't do it. Even when they have the lead, they choke. They choke in some form. I don't know how, but I don't like the way how it goes. Not one bit of it. But the Falcons, man, I gave you chance after chance, but I'm done putting my faith in you, Trump. So the Steelers is gonna put you guys in the bag, like leftover Thanksgiving dinner. Next game up, we got. Okay. Before I even go any further, this one is going to be a tough one. This is going to be tough for the New York Jets. They got the Vikings, and that defense. This defense is tough. But I'm going for the Vikings over the Jets.
Yeah, no, Vikings are going to beat this team. Sorry about that, Jets fans, but you're going to not beat the Vikings.
Yeah. If some way you guys upset... but in some way, if the Jets upset the Vikings in some form, then I will give the Jets credit for... Then I would say the Jets are a legit team. I would say that. If the Jets beat the Vikings, they are a legit team, and not the kind of team, and not the team that we knew last year.
The Giants on 3rd down.
I will say that.
Once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
But I'm rolling my dice with the Vikings.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time.
I think I had a hiccup or something.
Quickly once more.
My bad.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
All right, next game up we got. This one might be interesting though, but they're both bad teams. Well, I wouldn't consider this team bad, but they're decent. We got the Jaguars and the Lions. Who are you rolling your dice with on this one?
Honestly, the Lions probably will beat this team.
So on 4th down, out trots the
Lions have actually earned my respect.
This a 33-yard attempt.
After getting the win, and not only that, like playing so hard last week against the Bills.
Well, he was a spectator for much
I
of this
got the
game.
Lions.
His first field goal opportunity of the entire contest.
I got the Lions on this one.
Able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he?
I got Lions over the Jaguars. They're gonna be really good.
They want to contribute. They want their opportunity.
They're gonna beat them, and I think they're gonna actually find ways to actually get up to 500, get above it, and see if they have a chance to get into the playoffs.
Through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
We'll see where it goes from there. Then next game up, we have
here for Carter,
the Tennessee Titans and the Eagles.
The Washington
this is unfortunately where I gotta say the Eagles will win this
last
one.
time.
Yeah.
We'll see what they can get here.
To lose another game,
points out of the last drive, Charles.
Yeah.
I never met an offensive coach that
They might lose like the last 2 of their games if they sit out their starters in the final couple games. because like here's what happens. Once they get a comfortable spot and get the first round bye, they're gonna sit out their starters and they're probably gonna end up like losing like at least one game or two. Like in the final weeks of the season. But I'm gonna say that I'm thinking that the Titans can pull an upset. I'm going to give the Titans a chance to beat the Eagles. So I think the Titans will beat the Eagles by barely 1 point. Because I think the Titans may have a chance.
Yeah, let's see.
Fitzpatrick to throw.
All right, next game up, we got the Browns and the Texans. So after the Browns, like miraculously beat the Bucks, where do you see them at?
Honestly, I think the Browns will win this one. Texans are like beyond terrible.
Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Browns should have an easy one on this one because the Browns have some fair shares of wins here and there. They have their ups and downs, but however, like this is like one of the different teams that this is like one of the teams that's gotta step up. So I see the Browns winning this one, but I don't think the Browns have a chance of getting into the playoffs.
You need a quarterback who can keep his cool.
Yeah, I agree. But like I said, I will be.
But to keep the rest of the team
I think the Browns can win this one actually.
Okay. The next one, we spoke about this earlier. All right, this is a must-win situation for the Giants. The Giants have to win this game against the Commanders.
Yeah, we have to be the Commanders. Like, we have a good chance of winning.
Yeah, because most of our players are coming back.
Yeah.
And not only that though, that if they can pull this off, then the Giants can actually have a division win.
Look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone.
Yeah, for sure.
Becomes man on man.
That's the only way that the Giants can get. The Giants can have a chance to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Unless one of the teams in the NFC somehow like miraculously screw up.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up.
But other than that, this is the must-win situation for the Giants. Next one, we got the Ravens and the Broncos.
Able to throw the ball into the middle of the field.
Yeah, no, Ravens. Honestly, if the Ravens don't beat this game, I don't know what to tell you. Like, they have to. They will win. Like, they have to.
Oh yeah, definitely. The Ravens gotta beat them. I got the Ravens over the Broncos, but they better kick their ass because. Because the one thing I know for sure is what Lamar Jackson's got to do is that he's got to stop being careless with the football. I mean, I don't know if he's got had any interceptions last week, but he has to. But he has to like learn how to be more secure with the football. Okay, he's got to learn how to freaking like. He's got to learn how to like limit his interceptions. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention, someone. Lamar Jackson actually ripped the fan
here's a 1st and 10.
for saying that Lamar Jackson was going to go with the Broncos.
The red zone now, Fitzpatrick. Hitting Samuel.
So, I was just like, yeah, he ain't going to the Broncos.
No way.
But there was another person that is a cornerback. A cornerback named Lamar Jackson that's in college.
Yep.
Yeah, so there is another Lamar Jackson.
And that's what they're gunning for on 1st.
Yeah, it's not the Lamar Jackson of the Ravens. It's a different one.
Yep, it's a different Lamar Jackson. So, tough luck, buddy. Because your ass got called out by the Lamar Jackson. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you, they're going to give Lamar Jackson. The Ravens are going to give Lamar Jackson a contract, like no doubt about it. That if the Giants somehow surprisingly do get him in some form, right? I'll be like, well, he's a Giant now, so what do the Giants do? Now here's the thing. So compare Daniel Jones and Lamar Jackson, right? Now, who do you think has a better chance to make the Giants better?
Well, I mean, obviously if Lamar wasn't the Giants, man, that would be great. And honestly, he will make the Giants better. You know, playoff versions, you know, obviously I would love to get Lamar in the Giants, but it's going to be really expensive. And I don't think he wants to on the Giants, not going to lie.
Yeah, I know, but...
This has definitely been a back
but like if they get rid of Kenny Galladay, right, and that if that freaking opens up the salary cap, then there's a chance that Lamar Jackson could go in.
It's possible, yeah, it's possible.
Because I think Kenny Galladay is the person that's in our way right now with that salary cap, because he's like the highest paid quarterback. Not quarterback, no. He's the highest paid player right now on that team. And he's not doing nothing.
Yep.
So like you get rid of Galladay, right? That opens up the salary cap for the offseason. And then if Lamar Jackson does not re-sign with the Ravens and he ends up with the Giants, then there we go. That would be the missing piece of the puzzle.
Yep.
That would be. But anyway, back to the subject though. The Ravens gotta get it together though. Even Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Because if they want to get into the playoffs, they gotta start winning their games. Again. Alright, so the next team up, we got the Dolphins and the 49ers. Two tough teams going against each other in different divisions. Who's going to win this one?
Wait, what are the teams?
The Dolphins and the 49ers.
Oh, both are actually really good teams. This is a hard one, actually. Because the Dolphins have been on fire, and the 49ers are actually doing good, too. You know what?
Jones and the Giants.
As much as I want this team to win, I'm gonna roll my dice with the Dolphins.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. Oh my god.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Boy,
oh man,
of the game and how these guys
they're both
like
good,
can get out
but
of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes
the way that the Dolphins are playing right now,
it really does.
They're number one in the division. The Dolphins are going to win against the 49ers. I mean, they're going to find ways to get through that defense, but they're going to have a hard time, like in the early going. Like in the early going, they're going to have a hard time. Like I would say they probably won't get as much as a field goal in the first quarter, but I would say like in the third quarter, I think they'll start like throwing like a couple touchdowns. But the 49ers are going to keep it close.
This is 3rd and 2.
That defense is not. Their defense is not something to joke about.
Back to throw. Jones.
That is something that you don't want to joke about. But that's going to be a competition. It's going to be a competition.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you
Next game up, we got the Seahawks and the Rams.
From the quarterback, they were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
One score down. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, the way that the Rams are playing now, the Rams are not who they are.
They are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that
yeah,
because
the Seahawks,
over the middle. And Charles, I think
they have their rhythm, and I think the Seahawks are gonna. They're gonna win. Because now we're getting to the point where playoff time is coming. So the Seahawks have a chance to get into the playoffs. The way that they're playing right now, and they're red hot right now. Rams just don't have a chance. They're not who we thought they were. But given the circumstances of like losing some players that chose to retire, I mean, there's some gaps that the Rams have to fill in. And that's just saying that, like, they got to get back in the groove.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
All right, the next one we got the Chargers and the Raiders. Who do you think's winning this one?
Look, the Raiders came out for the win.
With 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
But like I said, the Chargers are just a better team right now. I got the Chargers winning this one.
Right. Okay, so yeah, the Chargers are looking like a better team. However,
they've got a 1st and 10.
I can see the Raiders putting this in the close game, but the Chargers are gonna hold it off like in the second half and win it by a field goal. That's how I see it.
I think the Chargers will win by a touchdown.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll see how that one goes. And
Yep, for sure.
The next one up, we got the Chiefs and the Bengals.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs will win this one. I think like the Titans are a good team. Not saying they're bad, but the Chiefs are just better. And honestly, I thought that they were going to be bad because they didn't have Tyreek, but no, it's the opposite. They don't need Tyreek. But yeah, that's why I think the Chiefs will win.
Okay. Well, I can see the Bengals playing at their level, but the way that the Bengals are playing, they're hot now. I think they found the rhythm in the offense. They found the rhythm in the defense, and they started winning games. Now,
they'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
do I see the Bengals winning the Chiefs against the Chiefs? Maybe. Maybe.
It's a big maybe.
It is. Because the only way for the Chiefs, the only way for the Bengals to win is to try to send the game into overtime and win the coin toss. And winning the coin toss for the Bengals can actually give them the opportunity.
Inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Will give them the opportunity to actually win the game. But if they lose the coin toss in overtime, the game's over. It's game over. It's got to be Patrick Mahomes in the clutch in overtime for a touchdown. Game over. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's what I see for. That's how I see it for the Bengals. So if they send it into overtime, it's a hit or miss. And that's how I see it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we got another game here, which obviously Colts and the Cowboys.
Yeah, I would love for the Colts to win, but the Colts are another terrible team, so they're not going to beat the Cowboys. So, yeah.
Well, I really hate
it's
the Cowboys
first and
so
goal
much,
on a late touchdown at this stage.
After that,
yeah, but they're not going to lose to the Colts, unfortunately. So they're not going to lose to the Colts.
Yeah, they're not.
Fitzpatrick, and that should just about do
so.
Yeah, it's fun
I'm about to skip this one, but I know the Cowboys are just gonna blow out the Colts like always. Because CeeDee Lamb's a threat, and that's all I gotta say about that. The next game up we have for the Monday night game, the Bucs and the Saints. Now remember what happened the last time. Remember what happened the last time they met, right? A fight broke loose.
Yeah.
No exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on
a fight broke loose, and one person got ejected and the other did not.
They handled their business.
Because one was protecting Tom Brady.
Defense took the ball away.
Because I think he ducked Tom Brady, and then he freaking went out there and got into a fight with this guy, and he got suspended for it. I think we talked about this before, but I forgot, who did we talk about? The guy that got suspended for that one game. What was his name?
It was Mike Evans.
Mike Evans. Okay, I remember now. Mike Evans. Okay, so he got suspended for decking who? Who was it?
I actually forgot his name, but they always hate each other.
Log on to EASports.com.
Oh my God.
Well,
they never liked each other.
Well,
I could say this though. They gotta put warnings in this one because it's gonna get ugly. The Buccaneers and the Saints and those two players, they don't like each other. But if it's gonna be a fight, it's gonna be a fight. I'll tell you that for sure.
Yeah.
Because once those two fight, there's gonna be another suspension. I'll tell you that for sure. And I hope they get that guy too. Because he's the one that probably attempted to deck Tom Brady, and boom. He did not get suspended.
Yeah.
But however, though, my pick, I think the Saints are going to get even with the Buccaneers. I think. They're going to get even with the Bucs. I think they're going to win this one.
For me, honestly, I think this will be a game where the Bucs will shake off that loss, and I have the Bucs winning this one, not going to lie.
Okay.
Yep, I have the Bucs winning this one, actually.
Okay. I'll see where you're going with this one.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, well, I got the Saints getting even with the Bucs because it's gonna get physical, it's gonna get ugly, and let me tell you, I always love it when a game gets really physical, but once it gets ugly with at least one brawl, then you know it's a football game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not what it was back in the early 2000s and late 2000s, but once those two players meet again, it's gonna happen all over again.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. No lie, I guarantee that. That is the game I'll be looking forward to. Alrighty then, guys, so we're gonna wrap this up, guys. So thank you guys for coming over to our stream of Madden 2022. Be sure to like this stream, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more AMVs, Genshin streams, and streams outside of Genshin Impact like Madden NFL 2022, Jack X Combat Racing, and so much more. If you have not checked out my new video of The Greatest Fear by Parkway Drive, please go on and do so, okay? Because the video is getting popular. It's getting popular pretty quickly, so let's get this next AMV popular. Because if you guys do that, you might get another unreleased Parkway Drive AMV, which will be Dark Days, the one AMV that I did not want to upload, but if you guys get the AMV to at least 700 views or more, you will get Dark Days. Alright?
Yeah.
And until then, guys, thank you all for coming. This is Lpcruz212 and Hjoshi, signing out for the night.